everyone! So today I want to talk about my favorite books and their movie adaptations, and some of them are like newer, some of them are pretty old, but I just wanted to talk about this because this is something I normally don't think about, and I actually don't like to compare books to movies, but I just thought that I would tell you my opinion on how good I think like the book is versus how good the movie is. If it's good like movie wise and if it's good like adaptation wise. And I just want to talk about all that, and I picked my favorite books that I've read and along with movies that I've actually seen, and yeah, so let's just jump right into it. The first book I have here is something pretty old now, and that is the Percy Jackson series. So I actually watched the two movies pretty much when they came out, which was like a few years ago, I don't know exactly, and I read the series at the end of last year, and I actually haven't seen the movies for a while now, but I remember it pretty well. I know that Percy Jackson is like that extreme case of a terrible movie adaptation, and the books, I adored them. I gave them all 5 stars. I would give them 1,000,000 stars if it was possible, because it's seriously one of the best series ever, and I would never expect to love a middle grade series that much, but I adored it. Seriously, it's so much fun. So if you haven't read it yet, definitely go read it right now. And yeah, so like I read it and watched it pretty far apart, but obviously like when I went into the books I didn't even know they were middle grade, because in the movies they're like 17 or something. So when I started reading it they were like 12. I was just like, excuse me, what? So the movies are like, when I watched them as a person who has never read the books, I actually enjoyed the movies. I love the actors there, and it was just really fun, like adventurous, and just great. I loved it on its own without reading the books. But comparing the book to the movie, like the movies are definitely like, there's a lot of stuff that's just not included at all in the movies, and they changed it completely. And like they didn't only change the fact that they're much older, but they changed so many things. Like I said, as a movie on its own without comparing it to the book, it's really good, it's fun, it's great, but like it's not a good movie adaptation for sure, because it is so not accurate. It is so different, especially the second one. Like, now that I think about it, now that I look back at it, like when I was reading the books, the first two, I literally didn't even know what was going to happen, because it was just different so much, and there were so many characters that didn't appear in the movies at all. I get it, they have a budget, but still, you know, and yeah, so it just, when it comes to the movie adaptation, it was not great, but yeah, the books are amazing, and so definitely read the books. And like the movies don't suck on their own, like I said, but like as an adaptation it's a no, terrible no. The next book I have here is something very different, and that is If I Stay by Gail Forman. The book is, in case you don't know any of the books, I'm gonna link them all down below along with just some links to the movie, to the book, everything, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But If I Stay is just a contemporary romance. It's divided into 2 parts, like the present and the past, and there's an accident happening at the beginning, so one storyline is like in the hospital and the other is like the life of the main character in the past, like before, like her relationships and everything. And I actually found both really awesome. Like, the book, I really enjoyed it. It's not the best book I've ever read, but it's really entertaining and kind of like eye-opening and just really nice. And the movie, I felt like they made it great, like when it comes to the past and the present, because they just had both storylines there at the same time, just like in the book. And I don't remember if there were some things that weren't completely the same. They obviously they didn't include everything, and they changed it up a little bit. But I felt like they put like the most important things there, and they didn't change anything. They made a really good adaptation. So when it comes to this one, it's quite the opposite of Percy Jackson. It's a good movie, and it's a good book, and it's a good adaptation. So thumbs up on this one. The next thing is Everything by Nicole Moon, and I read the book a few months ago and I watched the movie like 2 weeks ago. So this one, I really enjoyed the book. I gave it 4 stars on Goodreads, and it's just a really fun contemporary romance. It's pretty special, like nothing super extraordinary and super breathtaking, but it's really nice. But the movie, I didn't hate it. I filmed a review on it, so I'm gonna link that down below and you can check it out, but I didn't hate the movie, but I definitely like cannot recommend it either. And like when it comes to the adaptation part of the movie, I guess it was pretty accurate. Like they changed some things there, like they changed some little things there that were like kind of important but not super important. So that wouldn't, like, when it comes to the adaptation, it didn't suck. It was definitely different because in the book she like draws a lot of things and they text a lot, and it just, I feel like it's a pretty difficult book to like make into a movie, but they kind of like did that pretty well. But I feel like in the movie they made it so boring that like it's actually really boring and really cringy and weird at sometimes. So that's like, I actually really didn't like the movie, and as an adaptation it's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's perfect, I wouldn't say it's great, but it's good. It's like decent. It's not a bad adaptation, but like I said, that's a really bad movie. Like if you just want something chill and relaxing, then like you can check it out. It's not horrible, but it's not great either. It's not really good. So yeah, that's that one. The next thing is The Fault in Our Stars, and this is another pretty old one, but it's an awesome one. I loved the book and I loved the movie, and when it comes to like the adaptation wise kind of view, I feel like this one is another thumbs up. Like it's great. I don't remember any details, so like I don't remember any little things that were changed in the movie, but like I always say, like the movie and the book cannot be the same, like ever. They can't ever be the same, and so that's why I always like kind of try not to focus on like comparing the two when I watch the movie, or you know, it can never be the same because it just both works differently. But when I just try to like compare it, like, you know, I would say this is another movie that is pretty good, and I love the movie on its own, I love the book on its own, and I feel like the two are very similar, and I didn't feel like there were some major differences in the movie, so I give this one a thumbs up again. The next one is Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. I originally gave this book 5 stars. I changed it to 4, and when it comes to the movie, I would kind of do the same thing. I adore both. Like, I adore both, and but there's this really terrible message at the end that I hated, so that's why I changed the number of stars, and that's why I always hate like recommending it and talking about it, because it's my most favorite movie and one of my very favorite books. And like but at the same time, I'm like, there's that terrible thing there that I just hate, and then I'm just yeah. But anyways, I think that this is an amazing movie and on its own. And when it comes to the adaptation, it's not completely accurate because it's really sugar-coated. That's what I would say is like the problem there, and it's really sugar-coated, and that's what like changes it from the book a little bit. Yeah, but other than being sugar-coated, I feel like it's a really good movie adaptation. Like, it's great, it's on point, so I think this is awesome, and I honestly loved the movie even more. Please don't kill me, because it's like, as a movie it stood out to me, as a book it like stood out to me, but not too much, and I feel like I read more books than I watch movies, so like, you know, just as a book it has more of a competition. As a movie, not really, because just yeah. But yeah, I would give it a thumbs up again, because I think it's a great adaptation and it's an awesome movie, except that horrible message. Another one is Love, Rosie, and the book is from Cecilia Ahern, and I've never finished reading the book, but I still felt like it was fitting to put it here, and I want to talk about it for a second. So the movie is, again, with Sam Claflin and Lily Collins, and just they are my favorite actors, just like with Me Before You, Sam and Amelia, you know, I love them all, and so the movie, I adored it. I loved the movie so much, and as a movie it's incredible, but the book, I again liked the movie much more. But this is like their relationship. If you know anything about it, just even if you don't, just their relationship, it's like they get together, then they don't, and usually it's just like it takes them forever to get together and stuff like that. It's just super annoying when it comes to the relationship of the two main characters. And in the movie it's annoying, but in the book it's like a bajillion times more annoying, and that's why I've never finished reading it. I've read like a half of it, and for like 2 years I've been telling myself, read it, finally read it, but I still haven't managed to because it drives me insane. But the reason why I like the movie more is because it's just so much fun. It's much faster because it's a movie, obviously, and it's still annoying, but not too much because it's faster, and just the acting is great, and it's a really fun movie, so I definitely recommend you to watch the movie. And I feel like as a movie adaptation, because just the book has like 500 pages and the movie's like 1.5 hours long, but obviously they had to leave out some stuff there, thank God, because that's what made it much better than the book. And seriously, I think that everyone likes the movie more. I'm not sure, but like most people definitely, because the book is not that as bad. It's actually really interesting because it's written in only messages, letters, and calls and all that stuff. It's not like a normal book, which I love about it, but it's just, the terrible thing is it's just too long, and that makes it super boring and annoying. So yeah, so the movie is awesome. The book is like not horrible, but if it was shorter it could have been so awesome, but and the last one is a little bit of a different case, and that is Girlboss by Sophia Amoruso, which is a non-fiction, and it wasn't turned into a movie, but a TV show. And this is something that I wanted to mention because it's just kind of different. I wanted to talk about it again. And the book is just about Sophia, who founded Nasty Gal, in case you don't know, and she just talks about her journey, and it's a really motivational, inspirational, really, really nice book. And the TV show is very different because it's a TV show, and like they put more drama in it, and they like just, you know, they have to like change it up a little bit because like how do you want to turn an autobiography into a TV show? It's kind of complicated, you know, but I feel like they both are different really a lot because obviously in the show there's a ton of stuff that like wasn't in the book, so because they need to make it like entertaining and fun and stuff. But I still feel like it's great because it has the same vibe as the book, and I feel like for people who love the book, which was me, the TV show is perfect because it's still like kind of really inspirational and really fun, like in a different way, but it's great. So like movie adaptation, like as an adaptation, it's obviously really different, but I feel like it makes sense, so I would still give it a thumbs up, and both of it is great. And I really like, if you loved the book, definitely check out the TV show. It's really just as awesome, so yeah. So that's all I want to talk about in this video. Definitely let me know in the comments down below if I should make a part 2 of this video when like more movies come out and stuff. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. It was a little different than like from what I normally talk about, I feel like, but lately I've been just filming so much here that I'm just really excited to film more and more. But this video is really long, so I'm gonna shut up now. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, have a brilliant day and see you soon in another video. Bye!